Hiya, puddins. So to start the bat, I cut all the letters out of some red paper, and then I took a black marker and I lined the outsides of all the letters. Then I took my bat and I put a little bit of tape on the back of each letter and taped them to the bat. I'm just using paper and tape because this is only meant to be temporary since we actually use this bat, but if you want something more permanent, you can use red stickers. So then for the lower part, I just cut a rectangle of red paper and then lined each side with black marker, just like that. And then I cut 2 blue diamonds. And then I taped the red rectangle to the bat a little bit below the goodnight letters. And then stuck one of the blue triangles right on the back to cover up the seam where the 2 ends met. And then of course stick the other one on the front side. And then you'd want to take a permanent marker and write all the words on the bat. Again, I didn't do that because this is just supposed to be temporary. So for the hair, you'll just want to start by brushing out your hair and then parting it down the center. And then you'll just take a little section in the front of your hair and section that off with a little clip to keep it out of the way. My hair is actually about 10 shades too dark for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then just section off a little bit on the other side and clip it in place. And so then I'm just going to lay over the side of my bed here. How's it hanging? And then just take the clipped piece, you just want to hold that out of the way, and then gather up all the rest of the hair on one side of the part. And then you'll just take a hair elastic and wind that around the pigtail, trying to get it as close to the part in your hair as possible, so you get it nice and high. Then of course you do the same thing on the other side. This is pretty much the easiest way I've found to get pigtails that high. And so you should have your pigtails then. And so you can unclip the 2 little pieces of hair in the front. And so basically you should have this. And so then I cut a red and blue strip of material from the same fabric that I used to make the shorts. And so I just took one piece and I wrapped it around the elastic and then just tied it in place in the back. And I did the same thing over on the other side with the blue piece. Just like that. And so that's what you should have. And so now, to dye the hair, I just took some blue eyeshadow. And it's in one of those little single tins, which makes it easy to dye. You just run it up and down your hair. I don't know if it shows up really well here, but you just run it up and down your hair until you have your hair nicely colored. And then later to get this out, you just run a brush through your hair and wash it, and it should come right out. You can barely see the pink, it kind of blends in with my hair, but the blue shows up pretty good. So then I got some face paint crayons, and these are really convenient for doing the tattoos because they have the little point on the edge. One thing I do recommend is that you have somebody else draw your tattoos on, because you'll see here that mine are not that good because I'm trying to draw them myself backward in the reflection of a mirror, so definitely recommend you have somebody else draw your tattoos on, but the little pointed crayons really make it a lot easier. Then I did the diamond on my arm and realized afterwards it was also the wrong arm and I didn't really want to redo it, so I just left it there. But again, if you can have somebody else draw it, again, a whole lot easier. So there's what the full diamond looks like. So to finish it off, I just painted on a little bit of bright red lipstick. Just like that. And then I smacked on a little bit of blue and pink eyeshadow. I did absolutely nothing fancy here. I just used one color and just kind of trailed it out the sides of my eyes because I suck at this. But fortunately her eyeshadow is kind of messy anyway. So there's the full makeup. I love your perfume. What is that, the scent of death?